Hey, Natalie.
Hi.
So tell me, what were you looking for in your life that led you to seek out the graduate programs in humane education?
What was I looking for? I was looking for answers. Long story short, I knew what I wanted, which is to find a way to make the world a better place, but I didn't know what that looked like or what it would entail. So I'm an educator by trade, but a change maker by heart. And the current education system that I was in before I found IHE didn't really give any indication that those two worlds or those two parts of me would ever align or merge in the way that I felt purposeful and passionate about. So I was in search of a community that shared similar interests and goals of making this world a better place and promoting a just world for every inhabitant of the planet. There was a lot of social justice programs that I found, but none really touched on, like, there was some social justice that were environmentally focused, but they didn't talk about animals and so forth. So I he kind of checked every box that I needed to, the whole holistic view of animals, environmental ethics, and human rights.
So looking back, now that you've completed the graduate programs, did they provide that thing that you were looking for?
Yes. Honestly, I have no idea where I would be without IHE and completing this program. The program allowed me to manifest my point of highest contribution in the world. And as a recent graduate, I feel like I've only gotten started, and I'm so excited now. Before I was excited and confused and driven, but with nowhere to go, kind of a thing. And now I feel like I've just started and I know the direction that I want to go to. And I feel so empowered to do so because of the knowledge that I carry with me.
How has your time in the graduate program changed the way that you show up in your life and in your work?
I cared about so many things before, but I didn't have the language, the ideas, the roadmap to identify what those things were, how they impacted me. Like, how does this affect me if I purchase this product personally, or how does it impact my life? And also, how does my life impact other people's life, which was a really big thing that I learned through the IHE program. So it gave me that roadmap of thinking, and also it impacted me and on thinking about ways that I can help others with my skills, with my niche, with my education, and with my experience. Since graduating, I've now landed two roles in the animal protection movement. So I got into the IHE program because of its emphasis on animal rights. But through that, I learned so many interconnecting issues, right? Human rights, environmental rights, and the plethora of it all. So now I've landed two roles in the animal protection movement, but I have all this interconnecting knowledge, which is really important for every movement and every social justice issue that we try to solve.
So it sounds like the graduate programs delivered a lot of what you were looking for. What about things that you didn't know you were even looking for?
Oh gosh. So I was looking for a community that I can be a part of and learn from and work with. And I've didn't know that even existed. So I know that IHE definitely welcomed me into their own community, but that opened up so many avenues to different communities. Like, for example, my work with New Roots Institute, this is an organization or a movement that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know that I can combine education with social justice issues in this very real, tangible way beyond K through 12 education, because that's all I knew before coming into IHE. So they definitely led me to a plethora of communities that I know I belong to and also I can work with. And that was something that I didn't expect to find, especially now that I'm nearly a year post graduation. I can definitely say that I have stepped into these communities. I have made my own voice in these communities, and I know where I want to go within these communities. I know how I want to grow in them, and that's something that I didn't even know existed before I learning about all these interconnecting issues. It's like all these questions, zero answers, and zero communities to engage with to get these answers. So that's definitely something that I was not expecting, but I'm so happy that it happened.